Hey everyone, I'll be talking about good health today. My thesis is if we live a life of exercise, then we'll live a life of good health. Pretty simple, but just to start off, do you want to live a good life full of good health, joy, and adventure? I think all of us are like, yes! Great! Exercise and worship God. That's basically the gist of it. So if we exercise, it's actually proven that it'll make you healthier. Most people that receive a compliment when they lose weight, they literally, their countenance changes. They literally are just like, wow, thank you, because everybody wants to be perceived as slim. Everybody wants to be perceived as someone that has some kind of nice body, right? And when we actually have that, and we believe we have that, it actually creates good health, because my third point, joy, actually creates good health. So moving on, if you have a strong body, even if you're going to the gym, if either every day or 3 times a week, you develop strength. And if you have a stronger body and you're able to do more with what you have, that's a sign of good health. And actually, most people think, oh, when you exercise, you get more tired. But actually, it's proven that if you exercise, you have more energy. Crazy, right? Even if we read the Bible, Jesus, and most of us who are going to be watching this are believers, Jesus actually had to grow in his physical fitness. Luke 2:52 talks about, Jesus had to grow in wisdom, in stature, and in favor with God and man. And that word stature actually means his physicality, his physical, not just appearance, but strength. And Jesus is a perfect example for us believers, but also to everyone of the world, how to live life. And he knew what he was doing. He had all wisdom, and he even, if he grew in stature, then that's something that I think we should highlight, all those areas. But for this point, if he grew in stature, if he grew in strength and physical, and his physicality, so that maybe physical labor would be easier with what he had, then we should pay attention to it, because that's an excellent example of what ministry is going to look like for us. And my third point, which I mentioned previously, about joy. Joy actually gives health to our bodies. It may be a weird concept, but basically where that concept comes from is that when we have joy, it actually changes things in our minds. Just like, whatever it may be, if you're looking at a screen actually changes neurons in your brain. It actually, certain light brings an endorphin to your mind that brings an attachment. And when you laugh, and when you actually even just change your countenance, this is proven that it actually brings good health. It increases your immune system. It increases not just your attitude, it actually increases your literal health. And even when it's a forced laughter, that's something that it seemed crazy to me at first, but even if it's forced laughter, it still has that same positive reaction to your physical health. And when we even surround ourselves with things that we like, it actually supports our immune system and health. And when we surround ourselves with things we like, usually we laugh. Whether it's friends and family, or our animals, or just nature. If we like nature, if we like going to the beach, which sadly we can't do right now, but it actually affects our health. That if we fill our cup basically with good things, it actually affects our physicality. And lastly, just, good health comes from these 3 things: exercise, God, and joy. Exercise, because if we put in the work, we'll be able to do more with what we have. God, because supernaturally he can do anything. And joy, because those same neurons and pathways in our brain that when we laugh, when we smile, creates those happy endorphins. affect our health too. So thank you so much.